Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. I've got some new stuff for the rabbitry. I've been working on it since this morning, about 6 o'clock. I'm putting in a new automatic watering system. I know I made a video of an automatic system that I put in a couple weeks ago, and they absolutely hate it. They're used to drinking out of water bowls, and this whole it's not the ball inside the little socket that they lick and get water. It's this little needle they have to learn to push, and they absolutely hate it. So I found a different system on Amazon that actually it was cheaper, and it's a whole lot better made, and they come with a stainless steel little, probably 2-inch deep by 2-inch around stainless steel water bowl that you put water in it, and to get to the water they have to hit this little it's a little metal prong that puts more, so it continually keeps the bowl full of water, and it looks like it's a lot better made. So I ordered those. They came in this morning, so I'm in the process of hooking those up to the cages, so it should do a whole lot better than the other system and keep me from having to go out there and water them 4 or 5 times a day. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind watering them 4 or 5 times a day because I'm usually out there at least that many times a day anyway because of the babies. But one of the things I don't like about the water bowls is, especially with the baby rabbits, they treat it like a swimming pool. They literally jump inside the bowl and just sit there and drink water, and then they'll pee and they'll poop in the water bowl. So that's not sanitary, not safe. So I wanted to make it where that isn't an issue, and this self-watering system should nip that in the bud. I'm gonna put it high enough where they can't actually crap in it, but where they can actually reach it. And long term, I was talking to Native Voice the other day about what I'm gonna build. It's almost gonna be like a pole barn. It's just gonna be I was thinking about just doing a roof and having it, an overhang of at least 4 feet on each side, so it takes care of any sideways rain and things like that, because I like having the airflow through the rabbitry. But come the winter, what I may end up doing is either making some temporary walls out of a tarp, because I am going to fence it in with 2x4 wire. So I can just, wrap the tarp around the fence, and that'll serve the purpose. But for the time being, I'm just going to worry about the roof and getting it on there. And I'm going to figure a way to suspend the cages and hang them. My issue now is with the cooling towers and the added weight of the ceramic tiles, along with the rabbits. And you guys saw in my video yesterday, my update, how the cages were sagging, just being hooked to those T-rails. So there's quite a bit of weight. So I'm coming up with a different way to suspend them from the trusses when I put the roof up, maybe with some all thread or something like that, to where they'll be really, really stable. What I may do is go ahead and break down. I didn't want to use a whole lot of wood in the hutch or the rabbitry system, but it may end up, now that the price of wood's coming down, it may end up being actually a better move to use a limited amount of wood, but try to keep it away from the urine and stuff like that, because I would easily be able to suspend those cages if I made a wooden frame from the roof, which that's probably what I'm going to lean towards. That's what I'm looking at now. I'm still in the design process, but the main thing is to get a gutter system on there when I get it built to harvest the rainwater, so I legit don't have to water the rabbits. I figure a 55-gallon drum is plenty big enough to hold plenty of water for the rabbits, in between rain cycles. But I can always put I'm gonna run a PVC water line to the drum, and I'm gonna put a float valve in it, and I'm gonna run it under pressure. So anytime it reaches a certain level, the water will automatically, fill it back up in an emergency case, if we don't get any rain or if there's a drought. But that's still further on down the road. I'm trying to streamline it as much as possible to where the rabbitry will pretty much take care of itself. I'm actually in the design process of some self feeders now, where I'm going to use PVC pipe, probably 4-inch drain pipe, and I'm going to put a hopper at the top to where it just continually feeds food to the rabbits, so I don't have to go out and fill it up every day, multiple times a day. So the only thing I'd really have to do on a daily basis or every other day basis is bring them fresh greens, and that's just not a big issue. I just want to take a whole lot of the monotony out of it as far as the feeding and watering. So say I wanted to go out of town for a few days or even a week or more, you know, I could do it and know that the rabbits are good. They're not in the weather. They got plenty of food. They got plenty of water, which I think will be awesome. So that's my next, that's what I'm shooting for now. Also today when I get home, I'm going to try to work on those shelves in the basement for the storage. I've been neglecting those for the last couple weeks because I got a pretty bad splinter in my hand, believe it or not, and it went straight into my in between my knuckle joints. I don't know if you can see it there, but it went right in between the knuckle joints, and it went in about a good 1.5 inches straight into the in between the joint. So getting it out was, whew, it was something else. It involved a lot of patience and some super glue to get it out, and I'm pretty sure I got it all out now. I can close my hand and make a fist, but before I really couldn't do that. So I'm healed up, so I'm gonna get back in the basement and start working on the shelves, and I'm gonna make a step-by-step video on how to make the shelves without legs in the back, where you just run the cleats on the wall, and show you guys how sturdy it is. You can make it for probably 2/3 the original price because you're using less 2x4s, and it'll hold hundreds, if not thousands of pounds of weight. I mean, these things are really, really sturdy. So I will do a step-by-step video on the shelves, get that uploaded as soon as possible, get the other side of my basement cleaned out so I can get my studio going, because I'm going to go back old school with some of these preps. I'm going to do step-by-step instructional videos on the correct way to store your rice, your beans, your pasta, things like that, your canned foods. You know, I want to get back into the prepping. You know, don't get me wrong, I love jumping down rabbit holes and talking about things that we're not supposed to talk about in code, but it's just too much mental work to try to bob and weave and dodge the YouTube moderators. And I mean, you know, that's not even the reason why I started the channel in the first place. You know, I don't want to be a rebel. I just want to show people how to put food up and be self-sufficient, and, you know, and kind of teach some of the things that I've learned over the years. So I'm going to get back to that. I'm going to get back to prepping. I'm concentrating on the canning party. Tomorrow we are canning Sloppy Joes. I'm actually going to get the stuff for it right now. So we're doing Sloppy Joes tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. You guys please join us. For the Cannimals, if you have any questions, please email me. If you don't, I'll run through it right now. You know, we're doing Sloppy Joes. You can either make it homemade. I posted a link to a video with a pretty good recipe. At least I thought it was a pretty good recipe on making your own Sloppy Joes homemade. Or you can do like me. I'm so used to the canned Manwich and Sloppy Joes. I like the flavor, so I don't want to mess with that flavor profile too much. So I'm just going to mix up a big old batch of Sloppy Joe that I normally eat and can that. It's not a big deal. The process is exactly the same. I mean, once you get it prepared, you just can it up and you jar it up and can it. So we'll be doing that tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So you guys can you can get the store-bought Sloppy Joe sauce and just mix it with a hamburger meat and rock and roll that way, or you can go, you know, you can go for it and make your own homemade. However you want to do it, just have it prepared and ready to be put in the jars at 8 o'clock, and we'll kick it off at 8. Sunday, I've got prep rally with Backwoods, and immediately following prep rally, I will do my first members only live stream. I'm looking forward to that. So are the members. I've been getting a lot of comments on that. So it'll be my first one, and it will, as long as everything goes according to plan, be at least once a week thing. I may even try to throw in another members only on a night like, say, Wednesday night or something for an hour or so, just to update everybody on the progress of the garden and the rabbits. Other than that, guys, if you have any questions about anything, please email me. Oh, I did want to say one thing. I'm going to do something different. You know what? I'll save it for a different video, guys. I'll make another video and bring you guys up to speed on that. Y'all have a great one. I'll talk to you later.